I picked Happy Holidays because I'm just not feeling that happy. I saw Miriam hours before she passed. We just had Lissa's memorial last week. Happy holidays. And yet I absolutely know that my happiness comes with me. It's not that certain things happen in such a way that I'm okay or that I'm jubilant. It is that I bring my own happiness to every moment. I think part of spiritual maturity is learning how to let go. And when we first come into this teaching, we understand that things are going to be a certain way and we'll be happy and we can make that happen, and then we can hold on to it and never let it go. That's very boring. That's very low-level science of mind. When we start to see that the outside is a reflection of the inside, and that we bring our best to our life, no matter what's happening, then we can start letting go of things that don't work for us and not have to clutch the people and the places in our life. But we can roll with it. We can flow with it. We can pick and choose our happiness, not based on what's going on the outside, but based on what we bring to it. I know when I'm on a growth spurt, I have very select words that I use to describe that I don't think I can use right now. When I'm on a growth spurt, I'm not thrilled. When I'm on a growth spurt, I'm having to fly by the seat of my pants sometimes, make things up as I go along, and that comfortable place of knowing that everything is solid goes away. Sometimes when I'm growing, I feel like everything's fallen out below me, that I'm in a free fall. And there's a psychological state, and it's supposed to be a good thing. When you feel like you don't know who you are anymore, when you feel like everything's fallen away from you, and you're not sure who you are or where you are, they say, "Yay, you're growing." But when I have those experiences and I can keep my wits about me, when I know that today's going to be a happy day no matter what, when I know that today is the best day ever, that this is the best year ever, that this is the best life ever, when I do that, then I can fly through those changes. And I can get through to the other side, and I can get the good out of my efforts. So I kind of feel like that's going on now. And what I want to do is remind myself, and thank you for coming along for the ride, that happy holidays are ours if we want them. That we don't have to look to see what other people are doing, what's happening out in the world, whether or not people are living up to our expectations, or even if we are. Happy holidays are ours if we want it. And a lot of people say, "Oh, today's a happy day. I want to have it be the best day ever." But really, when we look at it right square in the face, it's not always our first choice, because we have choices. If we know that we are bringing the joy into our life, that we are looking at every situation in our life and we're lifting ourselves up and we're living the best life ever, and then something happens. Maybe we were in an airport and we walked by the CNN monitor and heard something in our consciousness that is going to challenge us. Maybe we were talking to a friend and something came up that we didn't think was in alignment with our happiness. Maybe we looked in the mirror and something came up that we didn't think was in alignment with our happiness. And then we're at a point of choice. So many times in my life, I think everything's going in one direction, and I can sabotage it by choosing something that consciously I don't think I want. But I saw it, I claimed it, I named it, I knew it, I grew it, and then I got to live it. And if I really want to have a happy life, if I really want to explore happiness, then I've got to be committed to being happy. I don't know what it is with these holidays. We go by our biological family, we do things that we used to do and that made us happy, and now it's not. I don't know what it is that triggers us, but most people experience the holidays as a past holiday experience, like childhood, like last year. Really. And we look at that and we go, well, do I want to choose that? Do I really want to live that over and over again? Am I a powerful, creative, spiritual being alive and well on planet Earth? Can I choose to have my life be the way that I want it to be? And if I can, then it's me that is not choosing. So I've got to look at that and go, why in the world did I go down this path? Why in the world did I walk down this path and live out the old past instead of the new future? I read something on Facebook, I think it was this morning, and someone said, choose your friends by your future, not your past. And I say, choose your thoughts by your future, not your past. And so people come here, and this is the happy place. This is the place where you can have a happy day every day. And they look around and they go, well, right now, maybe 90% of the things in my life are great, and there's one little thing that is just bugging me. How is my commitment to my happiness? How is my commitment to my joy? How is my commitment to my health? How is my commitment to my love? How is my commitment in that? Because I think that we are all going to have an opportunity to be challenged during this holiday season. And if we want to stay clear about having a happy holiday season, then we're going to need to be committed to our own happiness and not to just give up on it for something, someone, some experience. We take all of this joy and love and happiness, and then we go, oh, well, you must have my happiness because you didn't do what I wanted you to do, and so now I'm going to bow down to you and give you all my happiness. And I want to remind us, no, let's not do that. John and I went out on Black Friday. Just flexing our spiritual muscles out there. And everything was beautiful. The traffic was beautiful. The people in the store were beautiful. We had a wonderful experience. And then we got to go eat Indian food. So yay, we got kudos for handling things well. But if I look at the circumstances on the outside and say, you will determine whether or not I am happy, if I do that, I'm lost. As it is, I've spent decades improving my happiness. I've spent decades allowing myself to have the right to be happy and then to let go of all of the circumstances on the outside that are going to dictate my happiness. I have spent all of this time in establishing happiness, and I can let it go in a blink of an eye. With all of this training, with all of this practice, to be able to look into the heart of a situation and find the joy. That's spiritual maturity to me. To be able to touch Miriam hours before she transitions, and to be able to bless her, and to send her on her way, and to find the joy in that. For me, that's spiritual maturity. We don't bounce around and ricochet off of the events in our life. We plant the events in the outer, and then we find the happiness and the joy in it. I have to be grateful for Lissa for having touched our life. I have to be grateful for that. I can't just look at one-sidedness of it. I have to be grateful for Susie for standing up on this stage for years and singing to us, for all of the laughter and the joy that she brought. I have to be able to find my way through the darkness at times and find the light. And the only person that will ever find the light for me is me. If I'm waiting for other people to shine the light, if I'm waiting for circumstances to unroll in a way that I'm okay with, then I'm just going to be waiting forever. I've got to bring that with me. Some of you are going home for Christmas. Gear up. Gear up with your happiness. Gear up with your immutable trust and faith that as we show up as God as us, the circumstances figure out themselves. I think that some of the best work we can ever do is to love our biological family. Because, some of us bit off a lot more than we thought we could chew when we incarnated in this earth. Some of us picked people that would teach us things, that would open us into greater levels of awareness of who and what we are. Personally, I found that I could pretty much raise myself, and I could take care of myself. And I chose people around me that would help me foster that to where I could be okay. And now I'm okay. I'm delighted. And to be able to love people who didn't live up to my expectations was one of the biggest breakthroughs in my life. And if we are going to biological families, it's really important that we see the God in them. We're not going back with our not okay child looking for the critical parent. Little transactional analysis, just go back to the 70s. But we're not triggering off that. We're doing holy days. They're not holidays, they're holy days. And we're doing the holy days. We're bringing the best of ourselves to every traffic jam, to every snowstorm, to every neighbor, to every person that we connect with. We're going to bring our holy selves to that. And in doing that, we will experience happiness. Happiness is not purchased on Black Friday. It's not purchased on Cyber Monday or even Giving Tuesday. But let's remember Giving Tuesday. That was a joke. People are like, what? We bring that with us. If we can open up to the presence of the divine in us, as us, is us now, and we can bounce it off anybody in our world, it will come right back to us. Sometimes on these holidays, holy days, I like to use some spiritual techniques. I've noticed that people tend to be low in the love area. People tend to be la, 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 la. And whenever anybody comes into my life like that, I just figure it's an opportunity for me to fill that love bucket. And so I want to teach you something for happy holidays this year. You ready? You can do this while you're driving. You can do it while you're shopping. You can do it while you watch TV. I find the TV needs a lot of love. And what I do is I take my hand and start compressing the energy and make it kind of like a snowball. And then I take it and just wait and watch someone maybe cutting into traffic, maybe somebody that's doing something that I don't think they should do, and I take it and I go, whoa. I've seen drivers go, what was that? What was that? You can feel it. Turn around. Find somebody. Let's throw a little love around. Jane. Do you feel that? I know, Barbara, it's such a silly little game you play. I play silly little games all the time. Nobody ever gives you a happy holidays on a silver platter. You got to do it yourself. Even when we were kids, Santa would bring stuff, and then it'd be 2 days later, and the stuff would all be broken or gone. We have to bring it from inside. I think these are some of the most amazing times of the year. Do you know there are like 8 high holy days in December? We have Buddha's birthday. We have Muhammad had something going on. There's Christmas, and you know Jesus wasn't born in December. They put it next to the solstice. But there is an energy right now unfolding in December, and I think it has more to do with solstice than anything else, because we are beings of light, we are connected in the light, and as the sun goes away from the earth and it turns around and shines back, we feel it. It doesn't matter what the moon is, doesn't matter what the sun is. There's a point where the sun is as far away from the earth as it's going to be. And we feel it come back. The temperature doesn't change for a while, but we feel it come back. And so as we are opening to the light that's within us, as we are opening to whether it's Buddha or Jesus or Muhammad or any of the enlightened masters, as we open to that light within us, we get it. And then we've got that light to bring to any light, any dim lit place. And my guess is that every one of us is going to have a dim lit place sometime in the next month. So take your love balls and fill it up. Whether it's someone who's being cranky, whether it's someone who didn't do what they said they would do, whether it's ourselves not living up to our expectations, whether it's our family of choice or family of origin, whether it's travel, whether it's people just forgetting that they're in charge of their own happiness. And that's our cue to bring the light and to bring the love into the world. It doesn't matter what happens. We are always at choice. No matter what anyone else is doing, we are always at choice. And our happiness rides on our will. Some spiritual communities make you pledge to suffer. Right? We encourage you to commit to happiness. Some places tell you that you're bad and wrong. We tell you that you are the light, that you are the love. Not only are you the light and the love, but that you are a part, a point of all that is. Every good thing is already in you. Every good joy is already here. And we open to that. So as we move through this holiday season, I want to remind you that you get to be happy no matter what anybody else has done. You get to be filled with joy. You get to be filled with the wonderment of life. But the only way that that will happen is if we bring it with us. So every time we see one of our friends and we go, oh, I love you, I brought that love. Every time I see someone and go, you're amazing, you're just amazing, I brought that with me. We are the ones in charge. You know, if I wanted to look at it through my 6-year-old self, then I would be the Santa. And I would be packing up all the presents and piling them up in my life because I bring it. And I spent so many years in my life looking for who had my presents, who had my good, who had my happiness, who had my joy. And in every situation that I've ever gotten anything, I put it there. So life doesn't promise not to have heartaches. Life doesn't promise to have people never leave us. What life does promise is that what we're going to get out of our life, we put there. So this year, I'm going to put happy in my holidays. I don't care what's going on, because I got my love ball, and so it is. Hi, I'm Barbara Waterhouse.
And I'm John Waterhouse. Thank you for watching this message today.
Through our website, cslasheville.org, we have over 1,000 messages, classes, and New Thought books, all to download at no charge to anyone.
Producing this incredibly valuable collection of ideas is really making a difference in the world. It's changing lives everywhere.
Please go to our website, cslasheville.org, and click the Donate button. You can support this life-changing ministry, and when you do, we'll send you a note of thanks and also put you on our daily prayers.
By doing this, you're helping to raise the consciousness of people across the entire globe. We're changing lives together, those lives that are being more prosperous, more healthy, and more joyous. Thank you for being a part of this important work and supporting what we do here at CSL Asheville.
Thank you.